So yeah, I just want to do a back test of the S&P, and yeah, that's what it is. The back test, see what happened, review this trade, and wow. So if we can look at this time frame here, you can see the bullish uptrend, and although we had a down close, so when we have a down close on a bullish uptrend, in a bullish uptrend, you should be looking to buy from that down close after that day. So we're gonna look for buy scenarios. Although I think I bought on this day and I sold on London Open, and you're gonna see my executions when I move to the ES where I place my trades. I don't want to clear all these things I put on my charts just for like some of them I got right, some of them I think I might have not I didn't really consider. But I'm going to point out why I entered a certain place in the trade, why I took a sell instead of a buy, and the time. So for now, I just want to go through the whole thing clean as a whistle and discuss about it. Uh, and by the way, I was aiming for us to get to 3,800, and I'm not just going to call it like, oh, I called 3,800. No, after the call, what is going to convince me to take that trade if I was going to be there? But I'm going to get to that. So just want to be brief because I have 19 minutes left or less. So yeah, this is the S&P. What you can see, price is bullish. It's not. It doesn't look like it's going to reverse. I was thinking about reversal, but I kept my options open for now to continue the bullish trend, and that was a good call. I learned from mistakes. So if you look at this other block here, right? And if you don't know what another block is, you can always refer to ICT's videos on YouTube for free. You don't have to pay a dime to anybody to teach how to identify other blocks. You just have to put in the work, like I did, and I'm still doing that too now. But so yeah, you can see this. Why didn't I choose this candle here? Because I can see the body of this candle. Although this is the whole other block, but the body of the candle is is high, and we press to that body. So this is much more ideal as well. So and you can see it still overlaps with this candle. So regardless, it's still fine. Like I said, if you still want much explanation on other blocks, ICT, this guy. So this is the candle right here. So I can redefine this to this candle here. And what's another block? I'm basically looking at the down close kind of where price rallies away from. So this candle here, you can see the reaction from that candle in an uptrend. So that's what another block is. And modify this is I'm gonna 1, 2, 3, 4 consecutive red candles. Those are other blocks from body to the body here. But I can use the lowest body if I just want a more conservative entry, right? So this kind of here. And think about this: swing highs, swing lows are to me are important to be able to recognize them because every time the candle turns, right, it's going to create a swing low or a swing high. And how do you recognize a swing high? You can simply Google it and you find the correct answer. But you can check ICTs for swing low, swing high. So I'm going to teach you how to do your research and learn it the ICT way. But I'm not here to promote, but I'm telling you this is where I got my stuff from and it really works. I don't know what people online talking about, but it is what it is. Some people are just built different. So this is swing low, right? And look at the characteristics of the swing low, whereby the one in the middle, the candle in the middle is lower than the one to its left and to its right. And the fourth candle confirms it. Right. So you go and study every swing high, swing low. Look at how they form. Look at the 1, 2, 3, 4 candles, 5 candles. The ones that move. Just look at the nature of how they form. I went back and checked different pairs. So 1, 2, 3. Look at the fourth candle. Boom. 1, 2. Although the third candle exploded, but the fourth candle you can still get in because this low has been established. You can still join in the trend. We want to join trends. We don't want to join the consolidation. We want to join trends. Sometimes I won't say like you can also get into a move when it's consolidating if you know the right thing to look for. But I'm not a professional tutor. I'm just telling you what I know based on my own experience. Everybody's experience is unique. So regardless, so this is the other block here. Because the reason why I'm not choosing this candle, because look at the body of the candle. The body of this candle is above this candle here, and I'm not going to use the wick. Although this is the whole other block of this whole stuff. It's the whole other block. And if you look at the mean threshold, it rhymes, right? So that is still possible. I'm not just speaking. This is based on my own experience. So, and I'm also backtesting. So I'm looking at, okay, if this was too long and I couldn't really understand how to take this trade here, how would I still pick? How would I still pinpoint where the best trade would have been? So I'm looking at this body of the candle and the price got there. Price got there to the stop, yeah, right there. And obviously you go to the lower time frame again. You can streamline what you've seen so far, and let me just go back that visible. I already chat. Yep. So let me go to my 4 hour. So I got it there. So now you can see this. You know, if we know what another block is, like I said, a bullish order block is that down close candle that price rallies away from. Look at that reaction from that red candle, 1, 2 candles. Another reaction again. Look at this one. It's really dispersed higher, and so I can streamline or redefine my order block to this. I'm using the bodies. You can use the top wick to the lowest wick, but for a much more conservative entry, you can use the body. And you look, let me clone this. There's another other block overlapping or nesting. So these are nested other blocks. And it's fine. You're not crazy for doing this. It's fine. So I know this area now, look, it's a strong support area. All right, it's a strong support area. So once price dips down there and dip down there, 9 o'clock, Eastern time. Beautiful. So we can go down to the, oh my gosh, to investigate this. Let me make this visible in minutes. Minutes, and I'm gonna lock that bad boy. Lock it, because I don't want to move it around. So that's the other block responsible. And remember on the high time frame when it downtrend, we dip down here to the other block, creating a favor. Look at that. Was begging to be filled up. Also, you can use the bands for a to know where price is really going to head towards. That's not it right there. So this is the band right here. So let me look at the daily, and I'm gonna hide all my drawings. Not really. So I had some areas of interest here that price was going to get to. So those are objectives, sell side objectives. So we know that price is trying to get to this sell side objective. So if the band is going down, the US equities normally go up. And I made a mistake by thinking. Let me jump the gun because I want to really get off track. But if that happens, I'm trying to do this really, trying to do this with time. So yeah, back to the 4 hour, right? And let me go to the 1 hour because I want to see what other blocks look like on the 1 hour. It gives me a good sense of how to mark my other blocks and know what other blocks to choose. You can see this red candle here. Look at that displacement away from that red candle. So if I was gonna let me unlock this. Oh, all right. So this candle here, I can redefine it to this guy here. If I was gonna be trading off the 1 hour and look at that, it's not made up. It's not made up. So as price comes to another block, I really want to see sell side liquidity being grabbed. So we can find sell side liquidity here. Look at its equals. Boom. The condition is met. Another one again. Condition met. Sell side liquidity grabbed. You want to see that. And what happened? What below the sell side liquidity that was even lower than this one? Another block. Boom. That's a setup right there. That's my favorite setup. And when price did this, created a lower high, I was thinking price was going to go all the way down. Like, oh, it's been going high all the time. It's been going high for days now. Price is going to reverse all the way down. I was thinking that too, but I've really improved on my thought process. Like, okay, if that doesn't pan out, what do you want to see? And since this was really slow to get up here to fill this fair value gap, which was going to fill eventually, and let's look at the fair value gap. You have this whole damn thing So price filled it here again, and then it was left for the next day to fill up. And it was a New York session. It moved away from there. So yeah, I took this trade here. Oh yeah, I remember. I have my video there. Took this trade all the way there. I mean, I didn't take from this down here. I wasn't expecting this to happen during this time. I was expecting FOMC to take price all the way up here, but FOMC took price down here to previous high. But I'm going to that later. So that's fair value gap right there, and other block push price away. I was thinking price was going to go up and then shove down, and I was looking at the bands. And I have a setup I would look for, like previous days low, to bounce off like previous days low setup. And I think it was here. Like, let me see the dates. Let me see the date. Let me see the dates. What day is this? The sixth. Yeah, I was expecting price to go all the way down, and on the sixth, I was expecting the bounce to go up off of yesterday's low. Then we keep on this list. I have to get rid of my list. So yeah, on the sixth, right? Oh, why did I think so? So on the sixth, so this didn't look like a reversal. Let me look at my. So this, like I said, this is my back test. This is when I just like look at what happened. So this is the sixth, and if on the sixth this man showed willingness to drive lower, obviously, all right, obviously it's going to go higher on the U.S. equities. Got that. So I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe I was high on myself. That happens. So let me see on this day now. Okay, on the seventh, I was waiting price to go off of this low here, but that's just given optimal trade entry to drive price lower. And we're gonna see a reason to sell off during the New York session. This was even 6 o'clock in the morning, and eight. This was eight. So price showed the willingness to sell off around 8 o'clock. So that's like that should have given me a sign that the S&P was trying to get to this level, and I marked this level on my ES, the 800 level here. So I did this. Yeah, expected price to get here if this was the buy side objective. But I don't know. I was thinking it was going to sell off. So, I mean, I sold here in London, which I got some. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you guys. It's paper trading. Look at my account. Yeah, I sold it right there. So short position. First position was closed at 2212. Second position there. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat this. But I sold, so I got a little bit something there. I was expecting price to go all the way down, so it was smart for me to leave my take profit at this other block because I was going to be asleep and I'll be there to monitor this shift away. So, anyways, um, so we got there, and you can see on the ZB price showed the willingness to sell around 8 o'clock. So right here around 7, 8, 9, it took off to that area 3800 even, right? It took off there. So that's the buy side objective, and we had the buy side buy stops here and objectives for price to get to. Let me mark that out. We got to mark our buy stops and adjust it to this high since we have a new high here. So relative equal highs, they're closely related. All right, so we find optimal trade entry from this low to this high. Look at the other block. Look at that displacement from this red candle. Price came to the price of that candle. I have to draw it for you guys. You can use the body, and that's a good one. So looking at this, like okay, if I sold here, I put my take profit here. So I sold here because of a bearish order block. That's fine. It worked out. It gave me a total soup sell. Don't forget, if you want to see your setup, you want to see previous high taken out in the case of a bearish scenario. And in case of a bullish scenario, you want to see previous low taken out. And what's going to be below this previous low? Another block. And that met the criteria. Although I didn't trade this, I was asleep. Like I said, I was like down. Anyway, so this was the setup that happened in New York, and that's this setup was when I produced the most move. But from here to here, I still make something, still make bank. Don't feel bad about it. You're good. And like I said, every single time the market turns, it's swing high, swing low. What is the characteristics? So knowing that the other block is here, knowing that we've taken out sell side liquidity one, check mark two, checkbox one, sell side liquidity grab, or purge, so checklist two, a bullish order block. And on the daily, we are bullish. So the daily time frame is high risk. It's always the boss. Okay. And we're bullish, right? And we have this buy side liquidity to grab, and we have the 3,800 institutional price. I mean 3,800 even. Forget about the point two. We have that objective right there. Okay, and the price shows you the willingness to move away from the other block with a swing low form. And this is the 1 hour, mind you. So one, two, three, you buy on the fourth candle. Let's mark the fourth candle. Let's mark the fourth candle and see how we can buy from this fourth candle. This is just one way to enter. I have other ways to enter as well. On the 1 minute for a breaker in here. Um, so that's right there. That's the entry. You can enter on the fourth candle. Look at how the fourth candle formed lower. So you can buy on the red candle. We buy on the red candles. We don't buy on the green all the time. But if that's what you get, no problem. Don't feel bad about it. We buy on the red candles, sell on the green candles. I used to be scared to do that, but if you know the real price objectives, you'll be fine. So my favorite, one of my favorites is the 15-minute candle, and like I said, sell side liquidity. When was trading this during the London, I made this. I called this a potential breaker because I was thinking it was going to go down, right? I sold here, took my first profit here, and second profit here. So I had my profit all the way down. Like, bro, you're going to sleep, and who knows if this thing doesn't go all the way down because I already mapped something like it could come to this price point. Like it had everything checked out, high equal highs. So I was like, this is going to go down. I was like, the S&P created higher high, while the Nasdaq created a higher low. So, but definitely it looks like SMT divergence, but it didn't pan out that way. And I was like, so that's something I'm gonna do later on to backtest that and make my flashcards and create notes to see why that didn't work out. And long and behold, I can explain it. The ZB is what I forgot to check. Okay, is what I forgot to check, and it didn't act till like 6 o'clock in the morning. Like the sign to sell off, they act like six o'clock, 6:30 ish. I was looking at yesterday's low and think it was going to go all the way high here, but it fell here and then broke this low. So what time did it break this low here? It broke it around 9:15. Take a look at that time. 9:15, 9:45, 10 o'clock. The earliest was 9:15, right? The earliest. Now let's go to the ES or S&P and look at the time it broke the. Or let's look for 9:15. 9:15. This is 9:30. This is 9:15. So 9:15 here, the S&P hasn't broken this high. So we have buy stops here as well. Don't take it for granted because you have one here. We have buy stops here. So this is 9:15. I mean, yeah, 9:15 here. ZB showed you 9:15. It took out a low, showing you breaking market structure. Hmm. And on the high time frame, we had objectives to drive lower due to previous lows, right? So I was thinking, what if I trick my mind to say, tell me like, that can be a total soup buy? Now this is when I have to like go back and recite what I've learned from ICT. Look at when price dipped to that low. It did move away quickly. It's retraced and then closed back down again. Look at that length. It closed back down again. It stayed there. Look at the time it stayed there. So I'm telling myself this too. Like next time, this is how I should think. This is how I should think. So doing that, you could have bought on this candle here with confidence and stop loss below this other block here. Because if price is going to retest this other block, it should hold. A good other block is going to hold price within its range. So yeah, you can go on this candle as it's retesting this candle. It looked like it retested this high here, and that's fine. So you can buy here on this candle and take first profit here if you can raise enough for that because physics futures can raise less than one contract. That's why I like forex brokers because I'm still going to trade the same instrument and I can still make more and risk way less because I can scale in. I can divide my one contract into multiple. So here you can enter on this candle. Like I said, the swing low on the 1 hour. This was the fourth candle, and we got a gone in here on this red candle that was testing this other block here. And you can also enter on this fourth candle before we get to this high. So that's one way to enter. I wish I could show you a lot, but I'm limited to all these time restrictions on this platform, TradingView. And like I said, 1, 2, 3 candle, fourth candle you can buy till you get its objective here. Stop loss here or here or here or here. Up to you. So That's it for the S&P, and I hope we'll make